Welcome folks, this is Wear and Tear, yet another outdoor and review channel. Today I'm going to show you the Wurkkos WK40, which is a very special flashlight. It has a magnetic ring that in itself is already a rarity. The magnetic ring only regulates the brightness, but then it has many different colors available. Here we have blue, here we have red, green, and then there's something purplish. So it can also do continuous color gradient. It has special disco modes. It has a color strobe and so on. What is very important, for example, what most of you will want to know, yes, it has red light on mode memory, which is extremely important for those of us who want to preserve the night vision. This diffuser is included. So we have the red light. Let's turn it up all the way to maximum. See back here on the cave wall, this is the red light. This is the green light, very green. It's supposed to be good for hunting. I don't know about that, I don't hunt. I just go to the supermarket, that's already challenging enough. And then here we have something that is purplish. Yeah, I'm pretty colorblind actually. Now this flashlight doesn't really have ultraviolet light, it has just the blue light, okay? So Wurkkos offers a flashlight that has a red LED and a 365 nanometers ultraviolet light, and a white light, of course. If you look for something like that, it is available. I give the link down in the description. This one just does ordinary colors, and it does them well. So this is the standard mode. Remember, all of these colors are on mode memory. That is very important. And anyways, the brightness just with the magnetic ring. So if you do a double click, we have a strobe, annoying strobe. The strobe is not a mode memory, but interesting enough, if you go into the color strobes, let me see if I can give you some color strobes. If you go into the color strobes, now this one it's not a police strobe because it has green inside. Now this one is actually on mode memory. So although this is not a tactical flashlight, it's one of the few flashlights that has the strobe on mode memory, if that is interesting for you. Anyways, the strobe is never in the way. So we have different strobes here, and then we have just the color changing mode, and then we have the gradient mode also. So the user interface is very good. Again, you have the tail switch just for the brightness level, the magnetic ring just for brightness level, and you have the electronic tail switch for everything else. And the basic mode, you just switch between the colors. It's very simple. The strobe modes won't get in the way outdoors. So what do you really want to know? Because you already know it is a red, green, blue, white disco flashlight if you only saw the intro of this video. What you really want to know is this flashlight a tool or a toy? How can you justify its purchase between 50, 60, 70 bucks, depending which currency and where you live? I would say as a tool, it is very good, minus a few downsides. First of all, solid construction, watertight, excellent USB-C port with a good rubber cover, as good as rubber covers get, of course. They're never excellent. Now, it has a very good ergonomics, okay? It has this beautiful shape that allows for a brilliant cigar grip. That is very good. It has excellent run times because it only gives you, even in white mode, it only gives you like 1000 lumens, which is plenty of light for almost all outdoor purposes, especially, except search and rescue, of course. Police officers, tactical users, of course, need a more focused hotspot and more lumens. But for all of those of us who use the flashlights outdoors, maybe as auxiliary when doing videos, this is perfect. 1000 lumens is super because you need the long run times and not the blinding brightness that you just can keep up for like 20 minutes or 20 seconds before the light overheats and turns down. We only need this high brightness to impress our flashlight buddies, of course, most of the time. So 1000 lumens out of a luminous SST 20 LED is perfectly reasonable. Now, we don't have any low mode on this flashlight. It doesn't have a low mode, but it's sufficient. What is more important is, of course, if you really want a low light, you take the red light. So to preserve your night vision, because, you know. So again, this light offers you all the light options pretty much that you need, except very low modes and extreme brightness. In between, it's perfectly reasonable. So we have a tail switch. The electronic tail switch is well protected. This light is not prone to accidental activation. You can mechanically unlock it, but that won't even be necessary most of the time. Weak spots, weaknesses. The magnetic ring in the beginning was a little bit cranky, coarse, made some noises. Some WD-40 helped, and also some playing around helped. So it need to be run in somehow a little bit, you know, worked in. But now it performs fine. You can't hear anything squeaky anymore. The tail switch, again, super. The Ergonomics, super. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't offer a hole for a lanyard, so you cannot put the lanyard on that, which is for outdoor purposes not perfect, because sometimes you need to quickly, you know, just have a carbine and hook it to your backpack or something like that. So this is a little bit of a downside. It doesn't come with a holster. It doesn't come with a clip. So there's a few little weaknesses with this light. As a toy, well, of course it's brilliant. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't love a color strobe? You know, if you want to do the outdoor disco, you're definitely the star with this thing. So this is actually a very good flashlight. You won't really find much competition for this thing. It is just what it is. If you're interested in a red, green, blue, white flashlight, the Wurkkos WK40 is one of the very few options that you have. And it is certainly pretty unique in its design. Has great run times. It's really sturdy. It's a fully capable flashlight that's also a lot of fun to use. Is it perfect? No. Maybe you need to find some workarounds when it comes to the lanyard or something. Maybe you have a holster at home for it. So these kind of things you might have to adjust yourself. But it's definitely, those sacrifices are well worth it, because you don't really have an option. This is a very good flashlight, and there are not a whole lot of alternatives for it. So Wurkkos WK40, thumbs up, great light. For me personally, definitely a keeper. Now, if you liked that video, please like, subscribe, comment, massage the algorithm a little bit. So one day I can just do that as a full-time job, which, no, it's just a joke. It's just a fun hobby for me. Now, this was Wear and Tear, over and out. Bye-bye.